welcome back to Shemsuniverse. So today, guys, we're going to discuss the relation between Taurus and Gemini. So the Taurus sign is all about stability, security, a lot of things to do with materialism and following a process. These people are very, very good at seeing what needs to be done and then doing it, and it's based upon their security. Taurus comes before Gemini in the sequence of signs, meaning that without Taurus, Gemini could not be. And this is very, very important when looking at the relationship. The Taurus is somebody that can look after the Gemini's health, their overall well-being in a very, very good way, because they're able to see how the Gemini is too much in their head, and they're able to then be more of a complementary person to them by helping them make sure that they keep like good hygiene, by making sure that they're getting enough hours of sleep at night, not getting too many addictions, things like that the Gemini person might do based upon their overreactive brain function. When it comes to an overall relationship between these two, unfortunately, it's quite low. When I looked online in different research from the Eastern dialect to the Western, the most I'm getting from this as an overall, I would say, estimate would be about 25% of the time it works out, especially for intimate relations. The reason being is that you have the fastest moving planet within Gemini, which is Mercury. They are very fast. They could be combative. They don't take things personal. They're an air sign. And because of that, they're with somebody who has moon exalted, which is Taurus, and that's based all upon emotions and what you say and how you feel. So when you get these two together in an intimate relation, there's going to be a lack of connection. And the reason behind this is that the Gemini person is not really that much into intimacy, whereas the Taurus person is all about intimacy and staying grounded and making sure that their loved one knows that they're being loved. The Gemini person will do that through different actions, through saying a few nice things, but they can also be the chameleons, and they're very good charmers, so that can also be a bit of a throw off. So when it comes to trust between these two, it's very, very hard to get that sort of thing situated. So when you get these two together in that sort of sequence, it just makes things sort of rough for them. When you have a Taurus person that's with a Gemini, my recommendation would be to help them find grounding in their thought process, but don't try to control them, and don't be the person to initiate the Gemini into the intimate relation. What you need to do is make the Gemini person want you by mentally stimulating them and by being a tad bit mysterious. Because if you're not a bit mysterious and the Gemini person has nothing to figure out, they do get bored very, very quickly. And I can say this, I am a Gemini myself. And what happens is Gemini people just tend to get bored when they're not being mentally stimulated by their partner or even by an objective. They need things that are challenging to keep their brain working, and I can definitely vouch for that. For the Gemini person, my advice to them if they're with a Taurus is to actually slow themselves down, to take time to understand that emotionality is very real. Even if it's not very real to us, it is very real to other zodiac signs, and they do tend to indulge more in their feelings than we do. Rationality is of course good, but when it comes to intimate relations, you definitely need to work on balance. For business, I would say the same thing. It probably works about 20-25% the max of the time. These guys are just simply not that compatible, because even though they're both a bit fixated on money and getting things done, the Gemini person is not that organized. They're scatterbrained. They can have a mess but think it's organized in their own way. Taurus person, that will drive them crazy. When it comes to business, even if they're to do something like open up a stock brokerage or something like that, the Gemini person is going to be the type of person that want to take all the big risks. That's going to say, yep, we can do this. Let's get some capital put together and let's get a huge loan and let's just get this thing dealt with and let's make $1 million this year. Whereas the Taurus person will say, well, in 8 to 10 years, we can get this done by budgeting and playing it safe and making sure we just get maybe some dividends. And I'm not trying to get into stocks much with you guys, but that's just an example of like what it would sort of look like. From a business perspective, the Taurus person will be too slow paced for the Gemini, and then the Gemini person will just not be logical enough for the Taurus person in this sort of department, because the Taurus person is going to be more security oriented, whereas the Gemini person is going to be more reward oriented. So that's where this sort of, I guess, mismatch would come to play. However, if they're able to actually identify that within each other, then that can actually work in perfect correlation where you're not taking too many risks, but the Gemini person can also make the Taurus person exalt more and say and believe in what they're doing and actually step outside their comfort zone and take more risks. So it can work quite well there as well. Friendship wise, this is probably the highest. I give them at least like maybe 40 maximum if I'm being friendly, 60% depending on the deacon. Reason being is because the Gemini person is a natural social chameleon. They don't try to fit in. Like being a Gemini, we don't really try to fit in. We're able to talk to different sets of people because we have so much knowledge. So we're able to relate to different cultural backgrounds, different narratives from different people. And the Taurus person will be more of the withdrawn, stay at home, want to just be relaxed and just have a small circle type people. But if a Gemini and them meet in elementary school, high school, college, a job, wherever, they can end up getting together, and the Gemini person can help expand their social network and be of a very big benefit to them. The Taurus person is somebody who at times can just be a little bit too withdrawn. So if the Gemini person is there to help them sort of just get out their comfort zone, similar to how they do in business, it can lead to a very fruitful sort of friendship. But if that doesn't take place, then you sort of just have a lot of friction there, and then neither party is left satisfied. All right, so that does conclude the video for Gemini and Taurus. If you guys do have any questions whatsoever, just please leave it in the comments for me. Aside from that, guys, please like, subscribe. Holla at me. That's it for today, guys. Peace.